Today I'll be reviewing One Piece episode 840, Cutting the Father-Son Relationship, Sanji and Judge. So this episode was a mostly dialogue episode, not much action, but it was still a really good episode despite that, because it's really the story that makes One Piece what it is. So this review is going to be kind of short because there wasn't too much to talk about. Sadly, the anime is going back to its old ways and has its great return of really slow pacing. The animation has remained consistent mostly, but yeah, the pacing in these last two episodes was pretty bad. But let's talk about the actual episode. So the first thing we see is Katakuri talking to the rest of his siblings, and they're just waiting outside to kill Luffy and the others. And Luffy and Chopper are inside the castle just fanboying over Beej. And then Brook points out that, yep, Big Mom's pretty much out of our league. And I don't think Luffy will be strong enough at any point during this arc or even the one after to catch up to her. Because these are Big Mom, the Yonko are probably at the level Luffy's going to be at when he's Pirate King. And there's no way he's going to be Pirate King anytime soon by defeating these guys. And then Big Mom finally stops crying and I'm like, dang. So Katakuri, as soon as she stops crying, Katakuri tells her that Beij betrayed them. And after hearing this, she stops crying. Well, she completely stops crying and whining and gets pissed off and angry immediately. She gets so angry that her children can feel her anger, and all of them are sweating. Daifuku, Oven, we even see Smoothie looking like she's a bit scared of Big Mom. The only one who looks like he didn't bat an eyelash was Katakuri. And I'm not really all that surprised because he has the highest bounty in the series so far. And based on the reactions of Big Mom's children, you can tell that none of them would stand against her in any sort of situation. So after that, Beej explains that his body is the castle and that when Big Mom punches him, he actually gets hurt. And I'm seeing this and I'm thinking, we see Big Mom punching him and she killed a giant when she was 5 or 6. So I'm thinking Beej should be dead after the first punch. And the fact that he's still standing just shows you how strong the castle is. And I'm wondering if the castle is his Devil Fruit Awakening or if it's just a regular ability. So after that, we see Big Mom use observation haki, I guess, to see who's inside the castle. That moment was just kind of weird. I didn't really get that because afterwards, Chiffon comes out, her daughter, and she was surprised to see her, even though she should have known she was in there because of the observation haki. So when Chiffon comes out, she says that she's inside the castle and so is Beej, her husband, and that they have a child. But Big Mom doesn't care. She's just mad that she looks like Lola and tries to punch her. Which really sucks because you can see Chiffon is hurt when Big Mom says that to her. And basically saying that she's ugly and that she doesn't want to see her face. Because she looks like Lola. Big Mom gave birth to both of them and they're twins. So of course they're going to look alike. And because she's mad at Lola, she doesn't want to see her other daughter. So it makes you kind of feel bad for her. Because it's not her fault at all. So as Big Mom keeps punching Beej, Luffy tries to run out and fight her, but then Chopper stops him thankfully, and then Nami says that they accomplished their goal because they got Sanji and a copy of the Poneglyph and they saved his family. She also says that if they wanted to fight, they would have brought Zoro and everyone else, and then Brook says that they only made it this far because they only had a small amount of them. He also says that they have to go to Wano where Zoro is. So basically what they're saying is Zoro is required. The other crew is needed too, the rest of them are needed too, but mostly Zoro because they said Zoro twice now. So the fact that they brought up Zoro and didn't say anyone else's name, it probably means that when we see them again, Zoro's going to play a role, which is what I'm hoping for. But this could be hinting that we may switch over to Zoro sometime soon. But without Zoro and God Usopp, defeating a Yonko is practically impossible here. But jokes aside, after that we get another great moment with Capone when he says that even though he doesn't care about the Straw Hats, he's going to protect his crew and his family and says that he won't let them die. This moment was great and all, but it seems very out of character for Capone in a way. Him being motivated to want to beat Big Mom makes sense. But him saying on his last dying breath, because Big Mom is smashing him, but him saying that he wants to save his crew and his family no matter what, just seemed really out of character because when we were first introduced to him on the Sabaody archipelago, we see him stab one of his subordinates in the eye, Then earlier in this arc, we got a bit of his past before he formed an alliance with Luffy, and he cut a horse's head off for entertainment. So with that already, he's already a really cruel person. Then there's the fact that he's a criminal and is part of a mafia. Five mafia families are together, and he's one of them. And he has gang in his name. So I don't know about the rest of you, but I just found it weird how he's talking like he's some sort of hero now. But I guess you'll never know how someone reacts until a situation like this happens. So afterwards, Beach tells them about his plan to keep everybody inside his body when he turns back to normal, and then Caesar will carry them off, which sounds like a good idea, but nothing ever goes according to plan here on Whole Cake Island. Then in the final scenes of the episode, Judge asks Sanji why he saved them, even though they fell into Big Mom's trap, and because he knows he's treated Sanji like trash the whole time. And like a boss, Sanji says that because his real father, well, he doesn't say real father he says because his father, so forget real father, fake father, he only has one father. And he says because his father would be sad if he stuck to his resentment, and he doesn't want to live a life where he would be too ashamed to face him. Then he walks over to Judge like he's about to punch him, and then just grabs him by the cape, scarf, whatever you want to call it, and brings him down and tells Judge to say that he is not his father, because earlier when we got his flashback, Judge was telling Sanji to never admit to being his son. Now Sanji's telling him to never admit to being his father. He also says to never show himself to him again. And this is probably the biggest Sanji moment in the entire arc, and it was great. Seeing Sanji fully stand up to his father and his family, basically all of them except for Reiju, and then telling him exactly how he feels, saying he's not his father, was just perfect. And I really don't want to see Judge ever again after this arc. Well, we'll probably see him again, but I really honestly don't, because of the way he treated Sanji. And after that, Judge says to let him out of the castle, and says that the Vinsmokes will escort them out while Caesar is carrying them away. And as he's walking out, he says he doesn't want to be indebted to that failure. So basically, he's paying his dues so that he doesn't have to owe Sanji or the Straw Hats anything. And the episode ends with Germa walking out and Judge saying Germa attack, and we see Big Mom there, and it looks like they're going to be fighting her. So that episode was pretty good despite having no action. The dialogue and everything that happened in the episode definitely made up for it. And in the preview, I've never been this hyped for a preview ever, I think. I feel like the last 2 times I was this hyped for a preview was when we saw Gear 4th, and when we heard Gear 4th back in Dressrosa, and then earlier in this arc where it was the new form Tankman Gear 4. So, and the next episode has 4th Gear too. Luffy versus Big Mom. I really can't wait to see this, because 4th Gear was made to fight the Yonko. It wasn't really made for Doflamingo. Luffy, he didn't go and train for 2 years to fight Doflamingo. He wanted to use that against one of the Yonko of the sea, and Big Mom's going to be the first one to get a fistful of King Kong gun. Really can't wait for that, but let me know what you thought of this episode in the comment section below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching, and bye.